Camera is not
Good morning,
visible.
everyone. We are
Please.
Group 5 from tutorial number 6, guided by our tutor, Miss Sini Hu. My name is Sumesh Supiliparam, along with my team members, Darshini Yadav, Siju Shibukumar, Satnam Singh, and Kirat Singh.
Yes.
Today, we are present our research on the topic is corporate social responsibility is realistic in a profit-motivated organization. A case study of Amazon to review the reality of CSR. While CSR is now widely adopted in corporate strategies, its authenticity in highly profit-oriented firms remain a key concern. Our study explored whether CSR in such firms is ethically driven or primarily strategic. CSR is generally defined as a company's voluntary commitment to social and environmental responsibilities. Amazon invests heavily in CSR through initiatives like climate pledge, affordable housing, and employee upskilling. Yet it has also faced criticism over labor conditions, tax avoidance, and carbon emission. This contrast forms the basis of our inquiry. Are these CSR efforts genuine, or do they serve to improve public image and stakeholder trust? Amazon represents a global leader with a strong public CSR profile. However, its operational controversies raise questions about the integrity of these initiatives. This research aims to critically assess the alignment between Amazon's stated CSR goals and its actual business practices. By doing so, we examine the broader question: is CSR truly realistic in profit motivated organization, or is it largely symbolic? Over to Satnam.
Problem statement: embracing CSR is mandatory for the companies to sustain in the present competitive era where people are highly concerned of social and ethical impact of their purchase. Many companies have started investing in CSR while the reports of Leonard ETL claim that over 42% of environmental claims of companies were descriptive and exaggerated, focusing up on community development, environmental sustainability, and education. Amazon established ESR practice alongside fulfilling the revenue and profit motive. However, the report says that Amazon is alleged for violating labor law and tax obligation. Therefore, the present research study is significant to assess the genuineness of CSR practices adopted by the profit motive companies like Amazon. Relevance of context: the real-world application of CSR remain controversial, especially in the profit-driven companies like Amazon. The authenticity of CSR commitment of Amazon like is challenged by the emergence of recent issues like labor right violation, carbon emission, and tax violation. Over to Shibu.
Okay. Critical literature review. The study of Meng and Imran found that company commitment toward CSR demonstrates dedication to fulfill social, economic, and environmental responsibilities. On the other hand, Newry found that there exists a correlation between CSR and the company profitability. The researchers further state that CSR is a strategic tool that enable companies to gain competitive advantages in the market. The finding from Lee indicate that the stakeholders believe about the authenticity of CSR claims of companies mandatory for generating cooperate reputation. Lee et al. Argues that although CSR bring enhanced benefits to the company, the process on the other hand added other and impact the financial performance. And I am going to next slide. Most of the existing studies aim to investigate the benefit of CSR impact on company performance and company reputation. Past studies shows that CSR is a strategic tool used by the companies to gain positive public reputation. Some of the common themes identified in the spectrum of CSR studies include ethical sourcing, carbon emissions, green supply chain, and carbon emissions. These studies that assess the reality of CSR practices, especially in the profit-motivated company like Amazon, constitutes major gap. And pass over to Satnam.
Methodology. The data for conducting the present study was collected from the Sustainability and Annual Report of Amazon. The industry report and market research report was considered for collecting information about the prevalence and reality of CSR in the profit motive companies. In addition to this, the information about CSR practice of Amazon was collected from the sustainability and annual report of the company. The relevancy, credibility, and reliability of data was ensured by choosing official report of Amazon, peer-reviewed journal and article from most trusted sources. The relevance of the study was ensured by collecting data from the article published between 2012 to 2025, and the research strategy chosen was case study. Over to Kiran.
Now we are talking about the results. Amazon has implemented multiple CSR practices. For example, the company investment amount 3.6 billion towards the creation of affordable homes, promoting equal access to health through AWS Health Equity and healthcare services like Amazon Care and One. Additionally, Amazon offered engineer program, empowered small business, address food insecurities and basic need, implement climate pledge, and aim for 100% renewable energy by 2025. Climate Pledge, the initiative to achieve net zero carbon emission by 2040, was founded as partially effected as a report of AWAM. Stressed that Amazon carbon emission grew up 19% year over year. Similarly, the carbon involvement, the tax emissions practices, and poor labor practices questioned the authenticity of CSR claim of the company. The increased commitments of Amazon towards the CSR practices and benefit to firm to boost financial performance and help to gain new customers. We are going next slide. Past studies indicate that CSR comprises company commitments towards social, economic, and environmental responsibilities. In line with the findings, Amazon made a sustainable investment towards the social, economic, and environmental initiative. The firm has launched Climate Pledge program as a part of the attainment of net zero mission and implement various other programs such as creation of affordable homes, empowerment, and small businesses. Employee welfare practices and community development program. The finding indicates the Climate Pledge initiative of Amazon is particularly effective as a carbon emission from the company is surging year over the year. It was found that the CSR commitment has benefited Amazon to gain new customers as well as to boost financial performance, which on the other hand contradicts to research finding of LIETAL 2024. Now I pass over to Varsha.
Thank you, Kiran. From here, I gonna carry over the slide. I'm going to explain the recommendation and suggestions. To strengthen the authenticity of CSR claims, Amazon must dedicatedly strict on the social, economic, and environmental responsibilities. Amazon must strictly adhere to taxation policies and commit to country-wise reporting of tax paid. Additionally, Amazon must adhere to strict employment safety protocol for promoting a safe labor practices as the carbon emission are risky. Sustainably, Amazon must consider expanding the use of renewable energy across the fulfillment centers. At the last, I would like to conclude this presentation that substantially investment have been made by Amazon to fulfill the social, economic, and environmental responsibilities. Amazon implemented the climate pledge initiative to achieve a net zero emission, contributed towards the attention of food security, creation of affordable homes, and more. However, ongoing allegation against the Amazon with regards to tax evasion, poor labor practices, and rising carbon emission questions the authenticity of CSR claims of company. The company must consider restructuring of CSR practices to strengthen and fulfill its CSR claims. Here we have few references mentioned in the last slide. I sincerely appreciate that I have had this chance to present to you. Thank you all for your time and attention. We hope our presentation offered meaningful and insight to Amazon CSR practices. That brings to an end. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.